You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thank you so much for joining us. 6 a.m. on this Tuesday. Glad you're with us. I'm Eric Connor.
And I'm Neda Irampour. Thank you for joining us, getting you ready for it today. Meteorologist Evan Narani. It was cool to see the stars out. I mean, it's been so clear.
The offshore winds have just helped to keep those clouds off the coast. It's been a gorgeous morning, evening. I mean, you name what portion of the day you want to talk about. Sunset last night, we had some high clouds that filtered on through, allowed for that kind of cotton candy-like sunset out there. We're expecting to see a day on repeat from what we saw yesterday. So mid-70s out there along the coast, mid and upper 80s as you look inland, 83 for the mountains and 93 for the deserts. Temperatures overnight are not feeling too warm out there. So mostly we're in the 50s and 60s, just around where we normally would be. We are going to be holding on to these temperatures for another few days between about now and Thursday or so, and then we'll start to see gradual cooling toward the upcoming weekend. Details on that cooling trend and what to expect into next week coming up in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, Evan, thank you very much. And now today, county supervisors will consider joining a lawsuit over the ongoing sewage crisis in the South Bay.
The suit says corporations mismanaged the sewage treatment plant in San Ysidro. CBS 8's Regina Yarita live in Imperial Beach with what's going to be happening here today. Regina?
Yeah, that's correct. Good morning, Eric and Neda. The County Board of Supervisors actually joining these residents who filed the suit last week. They believe these corporations are to blame for the Tijuana sewage crisis. Now, last week, Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer joined these residents in Imperial Beach who filed the suit and who sued two entities who operate the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant. Lawson-Remer mentioned she would bring this lawsuit to a vote at this week's County Board of Supervisors meeting. Now, the plaintiffs are using the California nuisance law as the basis for the lawsuit. In it, they claim that since 2018, there's been 500 illegal discharges from the plant, resulting in over 1 billion gallons of raw sewage flowing into the Tijuana River and Pacific Ocean, greatly impacting people's lives. We reached out to Veolia Water, one of the entities being sued. They tell us these allegations are meritless. In fact, they believe the overwhelming cause of the odors and pollution affecting Imperial Beach is the excessive and uncontrolled sewage flows from Tijuana, much of which never enters the South Bay plant. Veolia also added that the plant was not built to endure the overwhelming conditions it currently faces. But the plaintiffs are hoping to spark some real change through all of this. Now, we looked up the complaint. 9 people are listed in this suit. And the attorney who is leading this case says that number can grow. They could be hundreds or even thousands of plaintiffs. That's latest here in Imperial Beach. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
All right, Regina, thank you. We'll let you know what the county decides later today. Also, this morning, there's a new CDC survey on the sewage crisis. So keep an eye out for signs like this right here. This is different than the one that wrapped up over the weekend. That's when volunteers were going door to door. This survey is rather accessible now from a QR code posted from Imperial Beach to Coronado. So you'll see that across many of the streets in the neighborhoods, businesses. They want to hear from people who work, live in, or frequently visit areas affected by the Tijuana sewage crisis.
It hurt to take the survey, because if we don't take it, then that's like we're not helping in the process to find some solutions, and so maybe some baby steps in helping.
Yeah, you can make your voice heard this way. The survey will be online until November 22nd.
Today, the so-called bolder-than-most rapist is expected in court for a placement hearing. Alvin Quarles was previously approved for conditional release after serving 25 years in prison and years in a state hospital. Quarles pleaded guilty in 1989 to more than a dozen sexual assaults. Today's hearing is at 1:30 at the Central Courthouse. This morning, a student is under arrest, accused of bringing a replica firearm to school and for possibly threatening another student. Deputies were called to Steam Academy in Spring Valley yesterday afternoon for a possible school threat. Deputies found a replica BB gun. The suspect was booked into juvenile hall. The incident is still under investigation. And a controversial law enforcement technology is back in the spotlight here. Today, the Sheriff's Department will make its case to the county to install license plate readers.
CBS 8's Chris Groh live downtown to explain where these could be added. Good morning, Chris.
And good morning, Eric and Netta. And look, these are more than a dozen. These are maybe about 50 or so that are going to be going up in rural unincorporated areas, as well as other parts of our county that are patrolled by San Diego County Sheriff Department deputies. Now, those areas include Alpine, Borrego Springs, Campo, Fallbrook, Julian, Lakeside, Ramona, Spring Valley, Forest Ranch, and even Valley Center. Now, those are the proposed areas for this next batch of automatic license plate readers. They're already up or planning to be put up by the end of the year in areas like Del Mar, Encinitas, Poway, and Solana Beach, as well as San Marcos. So, according to the Union Tribune, the cameras cover 2 lanes of traffic at a range of 65 feet and can catch images from cars traveling at up to 70 miles per hour. The UT also reports that the readers will not be used to issue citations such as traffic or speeding tickets and do not record video. Now, that video or any of the, again, no, it does not collect video, but any of the information it does collect only stored for 30 days and can't be downloaded unless it is used in a misdemeanor or felony criminal investigation. However, critics have voiced their fear of abuse or misuse of that information collected. But according to a Sheriff's Department spokesperson who spoke with CBS 8, they said, quote, access to LPR data is authorized for dissemination to government entities with an authorized law enforcement or public safety purpose for access to such data. An example would be that that data is relevant to an ongoing criminal investigation. Now, the Sheriff's Department has to make this presentation here to the County Board of Supervisors before those automatic license plate readers can be installed in those areas. And of course, we will continue to follow exactly how that presentation goes and what it is that is decided by the County Board of Supervisors. Eric and Netta.
Reporting. Thank you, Chris. Today, supervisors are also discussing a new ordinance on where the county buys its firearms for law enforcement. Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer wants the county to only buy its firearms from dealers who are following the law. Lawson-Remer says LA Action Police Supply, a dealer the county has a contract with currently, has more than 40 federal firearms violations over the last 30 years. Also today, supervisors will consider an audit of a contractor that managed the county's shelter program after the flooding in January. Supervisor Monica Montgomery Stepp is requesting it. She says people have complained about Equus Workforce Solutions, including being sent to hotels that were shut down. She says some flood victims were also worried their personal information provided to the company was not secure. Supervisor Montgomery Stepp says an audit will also help make sure the county is prepared for future emergencies.
And now the deadline to register to vote has come and gone, but this morning you can still conditionally register and vote. Just visit the registrar's office or any vote center through Election Day. On Saturday, select vote centers and the registrar's office will open from 8 to 5, so they're making it more convenient, opening up more hours. Then November 2nd, all vote centers are open, and the last day to vote will be November 5th. Make sure you have everything ready to go and all your research done.
Yeah, Election Day right around the corner now.
Yes.
I mean, we feel like we've been, especially here in the news, talking about it for well over 10, 11 months now.
Of course, all the propositions, the people that are running.
Yeah. Time to get that homework done.
Exactly.
Get that vote and it counts.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's so many options. You typically have a ballot mailed to you.
Right.
You can also go in person. You can send the ballot back in the mail. You can
No
walk
excuses.
it in.
Yeah.
Yes, there are
Right.
very few
Who's
reasons to
waiting?
not be voting.
I feel like no one's going to wait till day of now. I
I
love
know.
the day of.
Well, I will say last year I did day of and it was super quiet. So I wonder then if that means that everyone just
smoother.
got it done prior and makes sense. You can go and do it very quickly. 6:09 right now on the clock. It's a cooler start to the morning, but by the time we get to the afternoon, we'll be making it to the widespread upper 70s and low 80s across San Diego County under plenty of sunshine. We, of course, are seeing that as quite a difference compared to the overcast skies and the marine layer that we're so used to here in San Diego. Instead, it'll be sunshine on hand as that sun comes up. We still have to wait another about 45 minutes before that sunrise. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook shows that we're going to be moving in the direction of cooler temperatures. In San Diego, we're right around that average range, it looks like, for the next 6 to 10 days, but it looks like we don't even have to wait that long. We're going to start to see those temperatures slide back to average by this upcoming weekend into the beginning of next week. But between now and about Thursday, looks like those temperatures are still going to hang out in the above average range. This is a live look outside at the clear start to the morning from San Miguel. Want to point out that that sunrise is technically at 6:59 a.m. What that means for us is that today is likely the final day where that sunrise will take place in the 6 o'clock hour. Beginning tomorrow, That sunrise will be at 7 a.m. Remember, we're getting later sunrises, earlier sunsets, shorter days until our December time frame, where we start to see that winter season begin and where we really start to see the shortest days ahead. After that, after December, we'll start to see those days lengthen into the beginning of next year. But for now, we're still seeing those shorter and shorter days on hand. Let's take a look at how traffic is shaping up. Time is 6:10 right now, and so far our roads have been actually looking pretty good. We have mainly been picking up on clear conditions out there. Fog is not causing much trouble out there. 805 northbound, seeing a bit of congestion. And it looks like there's also a crash down south on the 5 northbound. CBS8.com/traffic can help walk you through that morning commute. Let's take a look at border wait times this morning, where it is a 70-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry is a 75-minute wait. Ned and Eric, back to you.